Judge Lena Hidalgo, Dr. Shaw, who's also from the county, Dr. Hurst, the City of Houston Chief Medical Officer, Chief Pena, Chief Acevedo, a number of department heads, Susan Christian of the Special Events, and then a number of our city council members, Vice Mayor Pro Tem Mark Castro-Tatum, Councilman Robert Gallegos, Councilman Tiffany Thomas, Councilman Mandy Pack, Councilman Abby Kamen, Councilman David Robinson, and Councilman Carolyn Evans Shabazz. And then I think I mentioned Joe Cowley from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, a representative from Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, and other persons. Let me just say the reason why we are here today is, of course, is the coronavirus, and to kind of bring people up to date as to where we are as of today. And up until yesterday, all of the cases that have been confirmed in Fort Bend, Harris County, City of Houston, all of those cases have been related to international travel. And all of them, with the exception of one that traveled to Italy and came back, were directly tied to that Egyptian cruise line. And that was up until yesterday. And then, of course, on yesterday, we had the case that was confirmed in Montgomery County that was not tied to international travel, and appeared to be a situation that was took place within our region. And when I say Montgomery County, I count that within our region: Fort Bend, Harris County, Houston, and that changed things. And as a result of that, we said that we would monitor this situation very, very carefully, and that we would make the necessary adjustments as we went along to make sure that we were doing everything that we needed to do to keep people safe, based upon the facts, the science, and the medical advice that we were being given. And so yesterday changed things, because yesterday with the case in Montgomery County, that was evidence of some community spread. And as a result, that takes us to what do we do next? I will tell you by the end of today, I will be signing an emergency health declaration for the City of Houston. And also Judge Hidalgo can speak to what the county will be doing, but we're both on the same page. And so at the end of the day, I will be signing an emergency health declaration, and which will remain in place for 7 days as we continue to assess the situation. And then depending on where we are at the end of that 7 days, then City Council will have to vote to continue that emergency health declaration. But that will take effect as of the end of the day today. What does that mean? That means, as it relates, for example, to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, that we deeply love and support. They are impacted and directly impacted by the decision and the changing of events. And I will tell you, it's not an easy that has come to easily, but after conferring and talking with the stakeholders, and we all have the utmost respect and love for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. We are all in agreement. It is a decision that is being made in the best interest of the health and safety of people within our region. And so as of today, starting tonight, the concerts will come to an end as they will phase down. And it will also impact the remaining concerts and events at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And let me just add, that is not the only event that will be impacted. As you all know, this coming week is the Tour de Houston. And the Tour de Houston will also be rescheduled. And if we cannot reschedule it, it will be canceled for this year. and Susan Christian of a special event, and I know their teams have been working very, very hard. But that event will also be either rescheduled or canceled. And for the event in the month of March, as it relates to the city of Houston, those events that are produced, co-sponsored, and permitted, those events will be impacted as well for the duration for the month of March. And so that would include, for example, our capital improvement program town hall meetings as of tonight. Scheduled for tonight, scheduled for tomorrow. Those meetings will be rescheduled for the months of April and May. And so all of the events for us that are city produced, co-sponsored, and permitted for the month of March are going to be either rescheduled or canceled. And let me tell you why. Again, changing circumstances, and I've said from the very, very beginning that when we are confronted with the city of Houston, and then the county judge and I are going to huddle a little bit later on today, and we will sit down leadership that she has provided along with her entire team. With respect to my team, Dr. Purrs, Stevens, Williams, and his Dr. McNeil.
I just want to remind everyone why we're doing this. This virus is new to the human population. None of us have any immunity to it. We don't know how wide it's going to spread. We're watching around the globe, and we're seeing many communities, many nations coming up with many, many cases, and the spread is occurring very rapidly. It requires hospitalization. There's another percent of the population who's retiring intensive care level care, and they're on critical condition, and we're seeing waivers, the number of waivers, but we're seeing about a 2% death rate.